Greetings, beloveds. Greetings, greetings. Greetings. Let's see about this. Greetings, beloveds. Greetings. Greetings, beloveds. Greetings. Welcome into the space. I've already opened up the space. Welcome. And as you come in, make sure that you put where you're tuning in from, where you're from, how you feeling, all that good jazz. All of that. Take some deep breaths as you come in. Some deep breaths. Ready? Inhale deep. Hold it. Exhale, release slowly. Again, one more time. Inhale deep. Inhale from your core. Inhale. Exhale, release slowly. So let me see, where are you guys coming in from? Where are you? Hello, beloved. Yes, Jeanette, I am going to do a reading. Yes, most definitely. Ireland, wow. Wow. Well, that's good. Oh. Well, see, this is the deal. For the personal readings, you do need to just like put your information down in the comment box or contact us. I definitely will do a personal reading below. I'm opening up the space on a general message, just a general one, and asking questions. I tend to like to ask questions because that allows us to ask questions of the self. And remember, this is about our totality, you know me? It's about our totality, us owning our own totality. I see readings as a form of intercession, and then of course, as we said, these are our tools. These are just tools, these are tools. And as an empath and that light and inner and understanding that you are that, That's how I go about allowing the overall flow of energy to, or what I like to call, not just energy, but source, to be a clear, pure channel. We all have the ability to do that. Absolutely, all of us do. And it's just working on that, which means working of the self, doing your own homework, your own shadow work, this sort of thing. This is a big thing. Greetings from the UK. All right, I received that as well. I used to live there on Canary Wharf, but I did enjoy a lot of, the UK, Manchester, different areas of that sort. But yeah, it's good. I'm glad that you joined me. I want to ask a couple questions. I want to ask first the biggest question outside of where you guys are coming in and tuning in from is put in the chat where you believe or where you feel your emotional attachment is. I asked this question previously and got some good response. So now I want to actually interact a little bit with that. Ah, really? Okay. Okay. From Manchester. Okay. This is awesome. Okay, so again, question. Emotional attachment. Emotional attachment. What is it? I love them. I absolutely love these. Are you kidding? If you know my history, or if you don't know my history, I'm in from the fashion business, so image and likeness is a big thing. Image and likeness is a big thing. Okay, I say that again. Image and likeness is a big thing because it does sell regardless of. And so, as a couture designer and ready to wear, there's like you have those favorite things, So these are some of my favorite fun glasses. Who's that? Nathan? I love the librarian. Who doesn't love the librarian? Who doesn't love the librarian? Okay. Who doesn't love that? We love to play. You should be able to play with thyself as well as correct thyself. So remember, no matter who it is, whether it be me or someone else, you should have a tuned ear to that which proceeds off of the mouth of anyone, but definitely in regards to your life purpose and path. So with that being said, let's go back to centering our breath. Give all divine gratitude. Emotional attachments. Those emotional attachments. All divine gratitude. Let the words that proceed out of my mouth, the edification of Source, reach and touch those that it will service their highest good. Ashe, Ashe. So strength was one of my first cards to come out. Who's in need of that strength, that inner guidance, that bravery? We were talking about emotional intelligence, right? Emotional attachment. All of those garner those very things, such as strength, bravery, intelligence. All right, Source. What else is it that we need to know? Okay. Set your intentions, beloved. I always say that, especially in private readings as well. I always say, listen, set your intentions. In private readings, I sit with the person's energy at least an hour before I go on and interact with that particular person. It's quite possible for all of us to sit with someone's energy. That's how you're able. All right. Emotional intelligence as well as emotional attachment. So with having that strength, you'll be able to deal with the things that would come your way. So atypically, when we say strength, that's from within. And so the other way, or the other aspects of how you would need to have that bravery of that courage within self is to be able to combat your own internal conflicts, because we do have internal conflicts. All right. Handling, goodness. We all have those internal conflicts. However, when we do stand on our ground, stay stable within self, we do fall into that emperor role. And that emperor role is all about you inner and overstanding your stability, standing firm in it, operating in a discipline. And oh, goodness, it's time, you guys. It's definitely time. That means, look at this. That means you're in a routine. That makes a whole lot of sense. That means you're putting yourself in a routine. That's the King of Pentacles. You're putting yourself in such a routine that you're able to establish that which you desire, that which you absolutely feel is a fulfillment in your life. Good, Ashe. What else would service us in this? Knowing our own emotional attachments and having emotional intelligence about it. Whatever this person, place, or thing is. Okay. So how many of you have that particular side of self that you're going through some form? Ooh, look at that. You're going through some form of pain. You're going through some form of heartbreak, feeling lonely. Like, what is it? Who is it? So many of you, some of you, clearly are dealing with that. What is this, Divine? What is this? How is this person to deal with a situation? Ooh, people, place, or thing. Recardness, a Six of Wands. To enter and understand that you already have that particular victory, that you already have that which services your highest good, success, achievement, claiming, and that's the biggest thing as well, being able to claim that within the self. If you're able to claim that, and when I say claim, I mean actually having that ownership of it, like owning that fact, taking it on. As we start most of our operations, when we're talking about our day-to-day life, we start with our breath, right? Even though most of us don't pay attention that we're actually starting with our breath. That's what wakes us up. So in that, having that emotional intelligence, inner and overstanding the emotional attachment that you have to walk through this course, and that's mental. And that's very mental. Is there anything else, Source? So clearly we're standing in our strength, so we don't have to deal with conflict in an emperor role with a routine that would help us defeat that pain, and having recardness, victory. Give me that. I'm going to show you guys the cards again. For those of you that are just coming in, tapping in, we were talking about the emotional intelligence, the emotional attachment, how we're able to move through. Ooh, well, jump out, baby, jump out. A 7 of Wands. Look at the... I promise you, you do your own work. You can't make this shit. You can't make it up. Literally. Standing your ground. You see that? Ashe, this is speaking to me. 7 of Wands. Don't get it twisted. Just because you operate, or a person that you may be listening to, a holistic healer, a spiritual advisor, this sort of thing, the reason they're able to do those things is because they've worked through a certain area in their life that allows them to move through. And even with them moving through, dealing with life just like everybody else does, in things happening, but going about it in a way of wisdom and understanding, you learn when you are at a service to other people. You learn when you're at a service to yourself. So most definitely that also has spoken volumes to me. It is a continuous life journey, purpose and path. So let me go through these before I continue for those that were just coming in. So we were talking about emotional intelligence, right? And we were talking about the attachments to those particular things. I'm gonna just kind of go through the cards. So the first one was strength. Okay, the first one was strength we needed to have, so we wouldn't have conflict. You receive that? We would be able to stand as that emperor, and this could be male or female, because we both, men and women, have both sides of divinity within the self. And oftentimes when you find balance in that, that's when you become a clear channel, a clear portal to create, because we're all co-creators of our own reality as well. In standing in that, being the emperor, you have established that routine in your life. Say yes to it. Okay, so you don't have to operate in pain. You'll have that that recognition, that victory. You'll also be able to stand on your, what I like to say, stand on your square, be seated on your throne and rule from here. Okay, I'm always so just in awe how, if I allow, because it's still a day-to-day choice, if you allow. So if you allow, and when you allow, you're able to receive a message for yourself, to receive a message on behalf of someone else. So I'm a cross, okay? I'm a cross with a deck. Let me show you. I love my Egyptian deck. I really, really do. I have a lot of decks. I do. I like it. I enjoy it. Okay. So let me just get a crossing card. Sorry. What's the cross action? Let me say this. This was last night. These cards, they were in my journal. From last night. I don't know how many of you caught our live last night. If you didn't catch our live, okay, you need to tap back in. We did a live speaking about spiritual deaths, rebirths, energy shifts. We're gonna have a part 2 because there was such an outpouring of messages and things of that sort that would really and truly, all of us need to tap in, especially when we're talking about deaths. A lot of people are losing things these days, and I say things first because oftentimes people hold on to other people like they're a thing, a possession. However, there's many things that must take place death and rebirth must take place. So these are cards from last night, and it was a death card. I love the Egyptian, what I call the ancient cards, the ancestral cards, depending on where you're at. And like, this was the tarot card. I left that out for my journal because we're gonna do, as I said, a part 2. However, right now, so I'm across with the Egyptian cards, the Egyptian cards. So source, okay, so tell me. I mean, really? Oh my goodness. Really? Officially ambassador of something melodic? I just can't. Okay, I'm gonna stay focused. All right, source. Do you see that in the chat, Eris? Do you see that? All right, divine source. Let's move in the energy. I need everybody to take that deep breath. Those that are coming into the room, those that have been here. A crossing energy. What's that crossing energy for that which we just read? Ooh, come on. Honey. The other thing is, everything is energy. So when you start working with cards, trust and believe it's going to pull and move based on your energy as well. You inhale deep. There's a focus in that breath. Oh my God. Somehow I think it's going to be more than one card. Ooh. Hey, I guess not. All right, so look at this. Crossing card is the 7 of Wands. Anybody knows anything about wands, just think about it. Even if you don't know tarot, just think about that for a minute. Wands. What do you do with a wand? Anybody in the chat? Anybody? What do you do with a wand? Come on, y'all. I know y'all not slow. Let's just keep it 100. What do you do with a wand? You create. Who else holds a wand? A conductor or orchestra leader. So if you, it's crossing energy, remember? This crossing energy. You can create that which is your desire. You can move through it. Okay? You can move through it. You feel me? Look at that. Where is it at? You see it? You can move through it. You create that routine. You can move through it. Where you alleviate that pain. Look at that. Look at that. You feel it? Look at this. Where you're standing on your square. Cross energy, spiritual energy. I like to think that certain cards, tangibly, you put cards in your decks in a certain realm of space, okay, and energy. The traditional tarot to me is very grounded in like the overall mentality of people, like general. And then when you start going into more hieroglyph cards, ancient cards, that sort of thing, those decks have a certain energy. So let's just say in the flesh and in the spirit. And literally, this is the crossing energy for that which is in the flesh. And here's the spirit. You can create that which services your life purpose and path. All divine gratitude, beloveds. Real talk, it's about all of us, me included, taking that time to tap in and do your journaling. Hello. Get you a journal. Okay, this is a brand new one. Most of you guys know me. My journals be full, okay? So get you a journal. If you're going to stay on this journey, first for yourself, and then with us, the collective house of FGTV, and create your own identity in divine balance. So that's in the flesh and in the spirit. Come on, get in here. We'll see you on Sundays. Get your journal and follow it through, okay? Besito grande. Love you. It's really appreciated. What is this? Make a wish? Make a wish? Who's making a wish? Tell me, tell me. Tell me. Tell me, beloved. Are you going to make a wish? And if you're going to make a wish, what would that wish be? What would that wish be? Tell me, beloved. Yes, beloved. Absolutely. I received that. Yes, beloved. That's exactly what it is. Belovedly. You're making a wish. Absolutely. So beautiful. I like that. Tap in. Yes. Tap into yourself. Love it. Absolutely love it. So what would your wish be, though? I'm still curious about that. If you don't mind sharing. You don't have to. You don't have to. You know, if it's one of those things that is like, okay, I'm going to keep this to myself. Because most people, of course, would say, when you make a wish, you don't tell nobody else. I like to beg to differ. And what I mean by this is this. When you have somebody that you trust, and I don't mean just like light trust, like you trust them with your heart, your soul, your mind. I'm going to share that particular wish with the people, you know, that I trust and believe. So I very much enter and understand when you make a wish, you might want to keep that to yourself. But if you have people that love you, you trust them wholeheartedly, you share that dream with them in hopes that they would ride with you. I have been fortunate to have people like that in my life, which is absolutely beautiful. And sometimes people come in like that for a season and then they're out. The biggest thing, you still have to have you. You have to have you. What else? Miss Simpson, what else you saying, honey? What else are you saying? Okay, explain will allow to follow the path and give back to others, most definitely, beloved, to succeed in my exams. Okay, beloved, most definitely. I'm in emergency medicine. Oh, Asè to you, divine. Asè to you. I'm going to take a few deep breaths. On behalf of Miss Simpson, I'm going to say doctor, healer, healer, healer. Absolute healer. Wow. All divine gratitude. Stay the course, beloved. Stay the course, healer. I keep healing. Definitely healer. Wow, you've been through. You've been through. You've been through. It's been given to you. It's been given to you because you're worthy of it. Because you're worthy of it. Wow. Don't be deceived, dismayed by what might present itself onto you. Mm-mm. If anything comes towards you that it feels like it's a resistance, step to the side, let it fly. Real talk. Not many people are chosen to be in that state, in that position. A lot may call themselves by that name. You feel me? They may call themselves that. But only those that are tried, trued, tested, not just external forces, internal forces, war within self, that have come through and come out on the other side can heal another, regardless of what we look like. 100. You hear me? 100. Girl, girl, you're a healer. Love when that's another reason why I love doing this as well. Like, really, you tap in and you get to feel other people who really are about that work. They put that work in. Enter and understand, Miss Simpson, too. People will envy and be jealous of that position. Okay? They'll be jealous of that position in which you stand in. It could be man or woman. And so this is for another podcast, but the Spirit's like just taking me there. Like, real time. Are you a male or female that is jealous of your partner? And usually what it looks like is a person's being jealous of the actual thing that the opposite person has. But they're jealous of that person's gift. Others would call it anointing, talents, abilities. So, look, Miss Simpson, like, you done came in the place, though there's many, you done came in and just stamped your name right in here to open up another portal. You hear me? This healing, that's rebirth. You're able to birth back. Definitely, I would love for you to go and look at our previous live. Let us know what you think about it in the chat. Divines, I so appreciate you. I love to be in a space where people are willing to be open to receive and also give it as well. So I'm going to say ashe to you. Do tap in if you guys got your crystals. I love my crystals. I really want to sit at the altar and bring you guys into the whole sacred space of shadow working and just taking that time to be with the self, but then expressing it when you go through your day-to-day life. Spiritual baths. Definitely want to do a session on spiritual baths. Like, taking them to the next level, not just being cute. Not just being cute like flowers and all that other stuff. That's beautiful. But, like, we can all do this. But let's do the inner part as well. You are so welcome, Miss Simpson. I'm calling you Miss Simpson because I just felt like you had a certain stamp, honey. Thank you so much. And to all of you, I will see you again real soon. I appreciate you. Besito grande. Besito grande. Next Sunday. Ciao for now. Don't forget, okay? Don't forget what we discussed. Ciao for now. Oh, wow.